Hello everyone, I'm AT Storm Track meteorologist Austin Haskins. We had our first Clipper system move through the area Monday evening, and while it didn't bring much snow to the area, that combined with some mist and freezing drizzle that developed overnight into the start of our Tuesday morning has led to some messy and slick road conditions. So give yourself some extra time if you are traveling. But we're tracking yet another Clipper system for this afternoon into tonight and early Wednesday morning, and this one's a little more potent than the last one. We're going to talk about that here coming up. We're also tracking a few light snow showers for Thursday afternoon into Friday, and we're still looking at a frigid weekend ahead of us where temperatures could struggle to even get to zero during the day on Saturday. Wind chills are going to be well below zero throughout the weekend. So here's the latest road conditions map as of 7 a.m. and you can see we're still looking at partially covered roads or some slippery spots across the area as of this time, and it will likely continue here for the next few hours as we're still dealing with some of that mist and some of that drizzle around. So any untreated or elevated surfaces might still be a little bit slick, even as crews can continue to get out and clear up the roads following the little bit of snow we had Monday evening. Most spots had anywhere from about a trace to as much as 1 to 2 inches. So there is that Clipper moving away. Here's the next one that's going to be moving in later on this afternoon and into tonight. Right now we're seeing that precipitation in the Dakotas early Tuesday morning, but that will move in here later on today. And thankfully, we're not going to be dealing with the really strong winds they're expecting out in the Dakotas and parts of Montana. They have high wind warnings where they could see wind gusts over 60 miles per hour later today. Now we have a winter storm warning that has now been expanded. It was expanded earlier this morning to include Eau Claire, Dunn, and St. Croix counties with an advisory south of there. Now this will begin the advisory and the warning at 3 p.m. today. Will go until either 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. tomorrow, depending on your location. Mostly the eastern and southern counties, with the exception of Pepin and Pierce. It will go till 6 a.m. Otherwise, the rest of the area goes till 9 a.m. So within the advisory, possibility of a couple inches of snow, a light glazing of ice, and some wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Winter storm warning, we could have some moderate to heavier snowfall rates at times, leading to reduced visibility and possibly some very poor, if not dangerous, travel at times. And also I should mention here too very quickly before we get more into future track that the wind will pick up a little bit behind this system, so we could be dealing with some areas of blowing and maybe a little bit of drifting snow in spots overnight into Wednesday morning. So let's go to future track. So here's 1 p.m. today, and you can start to see a little bit of that snow moving in to the western parts of our area, but as we go through the rest of the afternoon into this evening, it will overspread the area. Now the darker blue is indicating those heavier snowfall rates, and there may be some cases where the snow might come down close to 1 inch per hour. So that will definitely slow down the evening commute and reduce visibility. So plan ahead for that. And we'll continue to have the snow around throughout the evening, though there will be some breaks from time to time, but we're still going to have at least light to moderate snow showers through the early parts of the overnight. But by about say 6, 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, the snow should be over with completely, and then the rest of our Wednesday is just going to be cloudy to mostly cloudy with maybe a stray flurry or two here and there. So here's the HRRR model. This one still is a slight discrepancy from the others, but it's getting in better line now compared to what we had yesterday. So the snow moves in this afternoon. This still has that the rain, snow, freezing rain line from I-94 southwest, but it actually gets towards the Chippewa River and Eau Claire this evening, and then we actually get a dry slot that develops as the low moves over us, and then we get the backside of this system as we head into Wednesday morning. We'll likely have updates on future track throughout the day, and we'll probably at least see some changes. But the way things are looking right now this morning, from everything that I've looked at, basically Interstate 94 is going to be kind of the path this low takes. But there still could be the possibility, maybe shifts a little bit more southwest like we've been seeing, or we see it go back a little bit to the north and east. So still some wiggle room there. But if you look at the probability here of at least 2 inches of snow, it's a pretty good bet most of the area could see at least that amount. It's anywhere from on the low end around Alma, Red Wing, and Winona at about 50% to as much as 80 to 95% for a good chunk of the area. Now, when you go to 4 inches, that number will go up even a little bit more and even up to 6 inches as well. So here is my snowfall map if we take a look right here, you can see I have moved it a little bit compared to what Matt had yesterday evening if you saw his updated snow forecast. So I have the 4 to 8 inch line now from about Somerset to O'Galley, Downsville, down to Osseo, and then through the northeastern corner of Jackson County near City Point, and northeast of 4 to as much as 8 inches, 2 to 5 south and west of there, though the cutoff, the sharp cutoff that we've been talking about is going to be somewhere between the Mississippi River and Interstate 94. And I'll say this, if the low ends up tracking kind of more slightly northeast of I-94, heavier snow will likely be north and east. If it goes south and west, say maybe closer to River Falls, Durant, kind of that area, then the heavier snow will shift southwest, and the chance for that freezing rain or brief period of rain south and west will be a little bit lower. So there's going to be a sharp cutoff somewhere in that area between the Mississippi River and Interstate 94. But again, it depends on really which side of Interstate 94 this low tracks. But regardless of whether you see 2 inches of snow or 8 inches of snow, there are still going to be impacts with this system regardless. Looking at the winter storm severity index from the Weather Prediction Center, again, we are in that yellow category, so it means snow-covered roads are expected, and also calling it moderate, if you will, as well. For that, again, accumulating snow, some rain mix possible southwest of Interstate 94. Again, the confidence is medium only because, again, the track may still wobble a little bit, but there will certainly be precipitation with this no matter how you look at it. So plan on for a slow evening commute overnight and into Wednesday morning as well. So be prepared for that. And of course, we will be here to keep you updated. So today, 31 degrees, snow moves in by mid-afternoon. Now, the wind during the day today won't be all that strong. In fact, likely staying under 10 miles per hour. And temperatures throughout the day today will stay in the 20s. We'll be in the upper 20s this afternoon. Our high officially today will likely come just before midnight tonight. And we're dropping back to 23 degrees with snow, again, moderate to heavy at times, with that east-southeast wind turning northerly and becoming a little breezy overnight. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, 26, cloudy and breezy. As you saw there in that last graphic, the temperature of 26 likely will be at 6 a.m. or so. And then we're actually going to kind of step our way down into the lower part of the 20s by the afternoon hours, with winds, again, breezy out of the north and northwest. 16 degrees on Thursday after starting the day a few degrees below zero. Again, that will depend on how much clearing we have. Another clipper could bring a few light snow showers Thursday afternoon, Thursday night into Friday. That one, the better snow totals with that look to be west and southwest of our area as of right now. But behind that, a strong Arctic high pressure moves in. We're down to 10 below Friday night. Barely, and I mean barely, getting above zero on Saturday. In fact, some data does keep us below zero, so I'll have to watch the trends on that. And of course, how much snow we have on the ground will play an impact there. But we're down to 16 below Saturday night at just 4 on Sunday. And keep in mind, there will be a little bit of a breeze around, so wind chills likely going to be sub-zero throughout the weekend. And at the colder parts of the day / night, could be down near the 20s, even 30s below zero. So this possibility, cold weather alerts could be needed.